Let's take back London.
Cześć, witam Cię bardzo serdecznie w kolejnym odcinku z Watch Dogs Legion. Zostaw kciuka, subskrypcję, dzwoneczek i po raz kolejny znajdujemy się pod tą oto miejscówką, rezydencją Sandstone.
Unless, of course, you flew a drone through the window one of Mary's mouth breathers left open.
No i wlatujemy w końcu dronikiem.
The recording device is in her security room.
Getting there should be a simple matter of navigating the vents.
WT fuck?
She's using these people as house servants against their will.
Horrible in itself, but a million times worse knowing they end up as unwilling organ donors.
Okej, nikogo tu nie ma. To nie zmienia to faktu, że musimy jeszcze niżej polecieć tym dronem. Tu nie było tych? Niżej są, okej. Mamy też pająkobota. Okej.
That's it. Let's see what kind of recording we've got on her.
Oj, nie spadaj. Hakuj systemy bezpieczeństwa. Czemu nie mogę ich zhakować? Wróćmy na drona, może dronem. Wyłączyłem go zamiast go przejąć. Nie, no nie mogę zhakować. Dlaczego? O Jezu, wyszedłem jeszcze z nich. Technologia. No mamy tylko na to. Jeszcze czegoś nie mam odblokowanego? Nie no. Czemu nie mogę tego zhakować? Aha.
Just look at this place. This is what comes of old crooked money. The Kelly family has been profiting from people's misery for a long time. She's got this shit all over the manor.
So you've been in there before? Is that how you ended up in the basement of the Southwark incinerator?
We needed something incriminating, so we decided someone had to get in here and plant a bug. I wasn't going to assign someone else to do that. You saw how Mary uses the people she grabs out of the EPC, and the staff's uniform's not hard to mimic, so I went in. What I didn't know was that she had intel on our investigation, my team. I thought going off book would stop the leaks, but she still knew we were coming. She tortured me for the names of my team, tried to break me, but cops don't give up cops. Turned out she already knew the whole unit and put hits out on them. The woman is a mind fucker.
Well, at least you didn't get one of those little bomb thingies in you. I think I'd rather be dead, honestly.
That's how I ended up on that butcher's table. So many reasons to want to rid the world of her, but it wouldn't be enough to just put one in her brain. My mates died trying to bring her to justice. I have to honor that.
Dobra, jak to zrobić teraz, żeby to tu leciało? Dobra. Tu sobie odblokujmy. Dobra, tu. Chyba już. Jedno tak, a drugie. Mamy to.
Proszę! Nie!
Look at the state of you. Look what you've done to yourself after everything I've done for you.
You made me a slave. All of us. Please, let me go. Take this thing out.
Back to your old life. Back to nothing. Back to you 2.5 screaming blighters in your dead-end job and sucking off the dole. You don't want that, love. This microchip is scary, I know, but I got to keep tracks on my merchandise, don't I? And this kitchen knife, that won't do it, love. Cutting yourself affects my bottom line.
I can't live like this anymore.
No. You're all right there. It's all right, sweetheart, because I have another use for you. Ooh, paying attention, are we? Good. Be sure and spread the word. You know where this one goes. Get these two and all the others over to the venue and ready for the sale.
Right away, Mum. Also, the foreign investors have already landed and the drones are programmed, ready to deliver the invitations and the coordinates to all the guests.
Is that initiative I'm smelling, Peter? Initiative can be a dangerous thing. Can be misinterpreted. Fuck's sake.
This is insane. How did Mary get her hands on this kind of tech? It takes a sick mind to come up with killer microchips.
Perhaps a disease mind, but definitely an ingenious one. Perfect psych profile for a group like Zero Day, wouldn't you say?
Her affiliations aren't my priority, Bagley. She's keeping these people enslaved. And it sounds as if she's selling them. This is huge.
And super gross. That's what the microchip does. They know that if they step out of line, they get butchered. Literally.
DedSec, we'll have to crash that slave auction. Get all the information we can out of there. The location will be on the invitations. She hasn't sent out the invitation yet, but when she does...
Bagley, monitor the drone networks. Give us a heads up when Mary sends out her fleet. Until then, I reckon we're in a holding pattern.
I'll get in touch if I hear about anything else that might interest you. Cheers, DedSec.
No dobra. Okolica opuszczona. Misja wykonana. W końcu. Doszliśmy do tego, jak tam się dostać tym dronem, jak go przejąć. Co mamy dalej? Luka w pancerzu. I rozpoczęcie sekwencji. No to zróbmy sobie to najpierw.
Since we're waiting for our cordial invitation to Mary Kelly's tasteless theme party, we can finally get back to what really matters, solving the mystery of Zero Day. Who are they, and why did they frame DedSec for the bombings?
Bagley, what you got for me?
Glad you asked. Today, the great AI detective has 2 leads for his dog's body politic. Obviously, Albion needs looking into, but I also have a more unusual thread for you to pull on. There's a new hacktivist group on the dark web scene called the 404. But instead of being in it for the lulz, this lot seems to be in it for the brutal reshaping of society by any means necessary. Sound like anyone you know?
Choices.
I've marked both on your optic.
Drone, initiate search.
Ten czemu wpierd dostaje?
I hate putting Mary Kelly on the back burner while she continues to destroy lives with those microchips, but for now, we've no choice.
Then perhaps it's time to have a closer look at the elephant in the room. Nigel Cass, billionaire warmonger and current CEO of our local horde of thugs, Albion BMC.
Cass certainly profited most from the bombings. We can inspire London to resist from now till forever, but it still won't break Albion's grip on the city. Not with Cass at the top.
Okay, so we're gonna confront the CEO of a private military company in charge of securing London.
Przerwijmy im to, bo musimy sobie zaznaczyć, gdzie mamy jechać.
That sounds fucking stupid. I hope you've got more of a plan than just knocking on his front door.
Bagley's come across a possible gap in Cass's armor. An ex-insider, ex-friend with an axe to grind. He'd be an asset if we can find and convince him to work with us. Come to the safe house. We'll talk it through.
No dobra. Gdyby nie to, że mam tutaj... No już nie mam, więc mogę się tepnąć, dobra. Cyk. Jakaś muszka mi tu wleciała, zaraz ją ubiję. Niech mi na ręce usiądzie. Dobra, 200 metrów to sobie
There's
przebiegniemy.
a potential recruit you may want to check out. Pushing your location.
Na razie sobie damy spokój z przyjmowaniem kolejnych osób do DZWONEK-u. Mamy ich bardzo dużo. I na razie chyba nikt więcej nam nie jest potrzebny, tak mi się wydaje. Ja przypadkiem nie idę do... Że idę do bazy naszej. Czemu ja się od razu do niej nie tepnąłem? O, siedzi na ścianie. Kurde, odleciał. Okno mam otwarte, no ścież mi jakieś gówna wlatują w pokoju. O Jezu, jaki lag.
Right, let's talk about Albion PMC, the only British organisation to successfully oppress more of the developing world than the British government, led by Nigel Cass, a man the partisan media calls a charismatic visionary, and Amnesty International calls a war criminal. Albion was given the key to the city to re-establish order following the bombings.
Which is suspicious timing, if you ask me.
It is. So that's 2 reasons why we need to find an angle on Cass.
We've found one. His name, Hamish Balaji. Born in London, Balaji was a recipient of the Cass Foundation Technical Scholarship at 14, which included a mentorship with Cass himself. At 16, Balaji designed Cass's first drone fleet. Fun fact, Cass delayed the launch by a week so it would land on Balaji's birthday.
Cass sounds like Balaji's second dad. Why would he help us?
They had a falling out after an incident in the Niger Delta 3 years ago. A buried human rights investigation accuses Cass of ordering a drone fleet to wipe out a village protesting the construction of a pipeline, but the drones malfunctioned before they could. Balaji is named as the likely saboteur. He's been on the run ever since, but now tracking data shows he's reappeared in London.
Shit, he's looking for redemption like with the protesters. This guy designed Cass's drone fleet. I think he's trying to disarm Albion.
He covers his tracks well, but that's a good guess. Unfortunately, according to this Albion intelligence report intercepted by our friend Caitlin Lau, Cass knows Balaji's in London as well. So, that's the op. Make contact with Balaji before Albion finds him. Then convince him we have a mutual enemy in Cass.
So this guy's our best chance to stop Albion and clear our names. And the largest private army on Earth wants him dead. No pressure.
It took some doing, but I've narrowed down the area where we're most likely to find Hamish Balaji. I've pushed the coordinates to your optic.
Zakalizuj Hamisha w Battle Bridge. Dobra, gdzie to jest? Okej, zaznaczmy sobie trasę, tepnijmy się do najbliższej stacji metra. Wybuch pająkobota. Wszystkie pająkoboty generują przy zniszczeniu coś tam, coś tam. Za szybki kurde dysk, żeby przeczytać. Jakaś furka może? Dobra, jest tutaj. Kurde, jakiś Passat czy coś. Wsiadaj. Yes. Co ty gnoju? Rozjechał mnie, więc ma. Za swoje. Następnym razem niech uważa na ludzi, którzy chodzą po ulicy. Nie no, tak szczerze, to bym sam rozjechał takiego typa. Misklik. Chciałem go wziąć i skręcić, żeby mi nie przeszkadzał na drodze.
Balaji has been snooping into Albion's affairs. Quietly, of course, but I've been able to determine that most of his activity stems from this area.
So let's be friendly and say hello.
Not so fast. Hamish isn't in, according to his home security. And before you get ideas, he's rigged his front door to a series of traps designed to delete all of his data and then your life. Not necessarily in that order.
Profi's paranoid as.
To be fair, you are an armed insurgent trying to break into his flat. Anyway, you should be able to connect to the local grid and use security cameras to disarm his traps.
Right, okay.
Okej, korzystając z hakowania, no to ciach. Nie przeskocz, tylko do góry bym chciał to podnieść. Dobra. Niepełnie i logiczne jest teraz to, że musimy przejść pewnie do tego. Tym podjechać teraz w górę. Okej. CTOS, ciach. Co, po prostu wejdziemy drzwiami teraz? A.
What is this place? An ancient video game temple? There's so many fucking traps.
You could force the traps to unlock by rewiring the power.
Piss easy. I got this.
Welcome to clear and present danger, and welcome to fascist London. Don't let that boot on the back of your neck disturb you. In time, you'll barely feel it. We have to wake up, people. If there was a playbook for setting up a totalitarian police state, Albion would be most of the way through it and working on the epilogue.
Nie.
They certainly took advantage of the fallout from the bombings, didn't they? Preyed on the fears of the city government, too. They were only too happy to hand Nigel Cass the keys to the city. Wash their hands to the whole mess. The collar will only get tighter now, friends, unless we do something. We can't wait for someone else to fight back. We are the change.
O, a to ciekawe akurat. Ale wnioskuję, że muszę tędy to puścić. Dobra.
The traps are disarmed. Now, if you go through the front door of the flat, it's much less likely you'll be killed.
Też mi się wydaje, że będzie o wiele niższe. A to jest tam w ogóle. Co on będzie skakał? O kurde. Asasyn pierdolony. Kok wiary zajebał. No lekko kurde w szoku. Pracownik budowy, halo halo, budowa wjeżdża. No dobra, wbijamy na chatę w takim razie gościowi. Wiemy już, że nas nic nie wysadzi.
Move one more muscle, Chief, and I'll blow the whole place with you in it.
Wait. Calm down, man.
Who the fuck are you? And what are you doing in my flat? You with Albion?
Fuck no. Think more resistancy.
What, DedSec? Yeah, right, and I'm Che Guevara. You done?
Wait! Albion knows you're in London. Kill me if you got to, but run!
Fuck me. You're telling the truth, aren't you? Fucking hell, thought I was careful. Fucking idiot, Amish! Look, Cass is worse than you know.
Believe me, we know. Why else would I be risking my ass here?
Maybe, because Nigel Cass is paying you. That's how fucking mercs work.
Listen, we want your help. Cass is no friend of ours. He tried to end us and he had a hand in the bombings.
Mate, you don't know shit. You have no idea what Cass is and what... Move! Fuck! An Albion squad's closing in on you. I guess you weren't lying about that part. Fuck, think. Shit, fine. Table it. I'll buy you some time. Just go. You found it! No!
No to co, napierdalanka?
Shit,
Don't just stand there. Albion won't be fussy about who they shoot.
fuck me sideways.
Domoczny dron, ta? Nora.
Immobilize that vehicle.
All units, we are after the suspect.
Kurde. Dobra, spada wykrycie.
Unsighted of suspect. Over.
Sorry.
Search has yielded no results. Report back to
Git.
HQ.
I think all that excitement convinced our new friend Hamish that we need to work together to tackle Cass. He's willing to cooperate.
Przepraszam cię, gościu, chciałbym tu wjechać do góry. Jakbyś posłuchał, to byś żył.
All right, Chief. That was a pretty slick escape. I believe you. So I'll say this. Nigel is planning something, and I don't think I could stop him on my own. If DedSec's everything I've heard, you'll help me.
We can help each other. There's a chance Cass had something to do with the bombings. What could he be planning that's worse than that?
No, that's not like him. Well, not exactly. See, Nigel's got to see himself as the hero. He's an arrogant twat, but he's not a cynic. Every place we go into, would have some mad plan to fix all his problems, with robot police or automated crop fertilizing or some shit. Society was a technical problem, and people are just bugs in the software, you know? You work around them or you squash them. Sorry, Chief. I gotta switch proxy service so they don't trace me. I'll hit you right back on voice. Listen, I've got an inside man, right? A contact in Albion. Says Nigel's got this big meeting happening at White Tower. He'll be talking about a major project he's got planned for London.
What we need is an insider on the team.
I've always wanted to be in on a caper. Okay, first things first. We'll need eyes on the impregnable target, so off you go. I'll crack on with assembling the right personnel to round out this ragtag bunch of misfits.
Ah, shit. Albion cybersecurity sniffing my proxy IP. Must have traced the detonator signal. I've got to deal with this.
Okej. Przeprowadź wjazd w londyńskim Tower. Tylko jak tu się dostać? W ogóle jakieś auto na dole stało. Gdzie jest płot taki, że... O, tu jest zejście, dobra.
Tower of London. Security's pretty tight there.
I like to help, fam, but Nigel's caught a whiff now. With all the CTOS cameras, it'd take him less than 5 to ID me. I ain't risking my pretty face.
We need an Albion insider for our caper, one who's willing to turn coat. I've reached out to a contact who works in a nearby pub. Where better to find a bleakly disillusioned anti-hero numbing their conscience with drink, but secretly desperate for redemption. I've let our contact know what we're in the market for, and she's nearby.
Okej. Jest pobliski pub gdzieś? Co? Po prostu tu stoi. Znaczy babka właściwie.
What's good, mate?
You lot certainly know how to pick your targets. You do know that Albion have set up their headquarters in there, right?
Believe me, not my idea. But Nigel Cass is doing a big meeting in there, and we think he's going to unveil a death ray pointing at the moon or something. And the moon is not getting death rayed on my watch.
Fucking Nigel Cass. You're right. Nothing good can come of this. Luckily, I hear loads of sob stories working in a pub. And near this place, quite a few from Albion are dissatisfied with the status quo. You turn on the charm, and I'm sure you can get one to join the good guys. Even got a candidate in mind.
Interesting. Send me their info.
I'll have Bagley push it along. Good luck, love.
Okej.
We're aware of an Albion employee who might be approachable.
Are we actually supposed to recruit someone from Albion? Those guys are dicks.
They're jackbooted thugs who regularly murder civilians. If finding a disenchanted employee is really that difficult, humanity's much worse off than I thought. It would also be quite useful to have someone on the inside.
For however long that lasts, Nigel's real good at sniffing out spies.
Personal experience speaking.
Yeah, not really in a sharing mood right now, fam.
Dobra, ale tym zajmiemy się już w kolejnym odcinku. No teraz to tyle. Dzięki serdecznie za oglądanie. Zostaw kciuka, subskrypcję, dzwoneczek i miłego popołudnia. Cześć!